Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. If you're new to this channel or this topic, please check out my introductory video on Jodo Shinsu Shin Buddhism. Day 30. So, I had another pretty deep realization that, I was, and I've had as a person of Shimjin, two people of Shimjin have pointed this out to me that it's Shimjin is not a big, an ongoing, um, blissful, amazing spiritual experience. That it's much simpler than that. And one person described it as a diamond-like knowing, and I think, as I've shared on this channel, I'm an ecstatic, meaning it's very easy for me to have altered states of consciousness and even states of bliss, love, and occasionally ecstasy without drugs, without plant medicines or other chemicals. So there's a way in which I've been a little bit of an addict towards spiritual experiences, and so I realized today that a part of me was seeking out Shimjin as another spiritual high, and that it's not that at all. Um, so just a recognition. The other thing is, I've been taking time off. Well, I'm assuming most people who are watching this video have been keeping up with my diary, my video diary, and I've been taking time off of focusing on Amitabha, and yet still focusing on the principles of Jodo Shinsu. I'm just exploring, is Amitabha my higher power? And as I've been looking at other possibilities, specifically Christ and a specific type of Christianity, universalism, um, what I'm noticing is, just how easy it is, just how complicated I make things, um, right? Like, if I were to choose Christ as my higher power, it could be as simple as entrusting myself and really trusting that, just entrusting myself and just being grateful. But of course, I'm not letting it be that simple. I'm like, oh, I'm going to read this scripture and then this piece of history and da 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 da. And I think that's part of what I was doing when I was reading Jodo Shinsu literatures. I was just making things too complicated. I'm definitely an intellectual is part of my makeup. And so I like to learn and I like to think, and it's a fun hobby, and it can really get in the way. And so just noticing, today was just a day of noticing things. I'm noticing that seeking of a high, a spiritual high, looking to Shimjin for that. Noticing how I can very easily complicate matters. And really just appreciating the simplicity of what Shinrin taught. That it's not necessary to be learned at all. The only reason, in essence, why I need to do some, on the Jodo Shinsu path, why I need to do a little studying is because I wasn't, I didn't come to this path a Buddhist. I came to this path a spiritual person who had dabbled in Buddhism, but there's no study required. And once the basic ideas are understood, and so just sitting with that, and still sitting with this revelation I had yesterday that, I'm looking to Shimjin to fix my life and fix me, and just the recognition that, yes, it'd be so helpful in so many ways, but it's not going to fix everything, or maybe even many things. It would certainly, Amita's gift of Shimjin would certainly be very helpful in terms of navigating this life. but it's not going to make all my problems go away. So, so that I think that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for dropping by. And to all those who are watching this, thank you for witnessing my journey. And people are leaving comments that I find really helpful. And also, for those who are sticking around, like, yeah, I mean, this is not what I'm doing. Isn't conventional Jodo Shinsu, right? But to those who are still willing to watch and witness as I like question, okay, is Amitabha my higher power? And thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Namo Amida Butsu.